think it must be 420.
Happy 420.
Yay, start the show, somebody said, Canadian Giant. Yeah, we had all sorts of internet difficulties. And took us a long time to figure it out. And then we didn't figure it out.
It just
started working. So we're glad that happened. And let's see if I can see who's in the house here with us. Of course, to my left and or your right, is Kush Queen.
Hola.
Thanks for coming.
Happy to be here as always.
As always, she got here early, so that was good.
Yes, I helped set up. I helped.
Yay.
And we have yet another camera that houses Jeremiah this week. He's made it in.
Hello there. Hi, Pod TV. And I came late, actually. And so did Mel Hempseed, who just showed up. Hi, Mel Hempseed.
Right on time. It's 4:20.
Here, let's move this microphone. We're moving around back here.
So, yeah, we're glad that everyone could make it out there. Let's see who's in the chat today. I don't know, I keep getting this thing in my way.
Now it's on.
Get out of there.
Hello, Pod TV.
Flipper 1's here today. Ginga's in the house. Good to see you. Booth 9666. Green Supreme. Honeyflower Love. That's a fun name.
That's a good
Honeyflower Love. Oh, there's two Flipper 1's.
Good. How are you?
No, we just in a row.
Aren't I always innocent?
Hola's here. Vic BC Vapes owner.
And I like that.
We've got a whole
Me
lot
too,
of
it's a
people
big
just south of me here on the couch. Marc's here, Jade's here, Pete 2.0, Fran Coover's on the couch. Glad they're all here. Doc Chronic's in the house too.
The clone.
Yeah, so we're glad that we could finally get online.
Yeah, that was a bit of a struggle there.
Shaw. Wow, there's a lot of people in the chat today. Holy cow, Backpacker 420, Duber, Swedes or Sweds. Sweds, you think that is? Sweds.
Floods, yeah.
Creekside's here. Nice to have you. Wow, there's a whole bunch of people. Master of Kush. Huh. You're taking your chances. So, yeah, we're here just days before Halloween. We got a jar of fun stuff here that Fran Coover made. Here.
Apparently, something happened at the Westin Hotel there, I guess. Not quite sure. Did you see on the front there?
Huh?
On the front of the jar, it says the Westin Hotel.
Oh, it's at the
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess somebody didn't pay their bill, or...
in Seattle.
Oh, it's Franny's Halloween costume?
Yeah, Mama Puff's in the house. Clam Toes, nice to have you all. So what? Everybody have a safe and happy 420? Mm-hmm. We did.
I got stoned.
We were offline, now we're online.
Yes, we are. This is the life.
Al, of course, is in jail in Vienna.
Still.
The last I heard, yes. So, more than that, I don't know. That's all I've heard. Everybody else went on to Prague without him. Had some...
They left him behind.
Yeah, something to do with the boys' choir, some kerfuffle. I don't know.
Scrapping in the boys' choir?
I suspect they found out he wasn't really still a boy.
Oh, that could be. So the surgery finally went through then, huh?
Yeah. And eventually you're going to have to take a shower. Right. So they went, hey, wait a second. That's how you're an alto. So, yeah, I haven't heard a peep from Al. Apparently he texted the Queen, not me, nothing.
Oh. Just checking in.
I think he should send a note to his mother and have her send me pierogies to make up for
That
it.
would be delicious. Just to make up for it.
There's only so much that you can do. Jeremiah's got a shaking head with headphones. He had
I was- yeah,
headphones,
I'm-
and then he said,
I'm
yes.
just going to turn it up a little teeny bit. It does sound good.
Yeah, those pierogies. Al's mom makes the best pierogies on the planet, too.
I've never tried Al's mom's pierogies.
Oh. Her heritage is French, so she makes them a lot more delicate than the Ukrainians do. Oh my God, melt in your mouth. Oddly enough.
Oh, Fran did it this week, eh?
Sure.
All right. Nothing?
This just in, a show was just passed to me moments ago. Now, there's been a lot going on in the world, tons going on in the cannabis world.
Yes.
Now, big stuff going on here in Canada too, because we had an attack, if you will. Canadian news has been consumed with what they're calling a terrorist attack on our government, but that's all you can get in the news. You can't get news about anything else right now. That's all they're talking about. Some guy with a Winchester rifle. I saw a thing today by Russell Brand, the comedian. He's got a new web page on YouTube called The Trues. And he, in his very, very comedic way, is calling it the way it is. And he was talking about Canada and the things that are going on here. It's 15 minutes long, but I highly recommend that you go and look at it if you haven't already. Let me find the name of it. It's called Russell Brand Criticizes Stephen Harper's Reaction to the Ottawa Attack. And I got to say, Russell Brand is a smart young fella. Kind of funny and puts two and two together pretty well. And he's got a very good take on just the way things are being presented around these kinds of events, right? So, you know, the event took place. Now, the government can easily take that and begin to warp it in a way where they need it to go.
Yeah, exactly.
That,
doing that.
all
great
of
at
that
doing that.
seems to be tied to more military, more war, more military, more war. Now, Russell Brand made a point that in one day against ISIS, they blew up $65 million worth of Tomahawk missiles in one day.
Holy fuck.
$65 million. That is enough to cure Ebola. Right? They choose not to cure Ebola. They want to spend $65 million in one day. Just with Tomahawk missiles, for fuck's sakes. That's not including the rest of the war machine. It would be hundreds of millions of dollars in that one day, and that's going on every day.
Sad.
Now, around this terrorist attack, for me, the scariest thing that's happened so far is that John Kerry, what's John Kerry's title?
He is the
Secretary of State?
of State, I believe now. Yeah, still. Is that what he
That's
is?
the scariest thing for me is that John
Spelling
Kerry
errors.
made a beeline to Canada to show his support.
Right, the weapons dealer, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Kerry, Secretary of State. John Kerry's a very interesting fellow. Did he not fight in the Vietnam War? And then he came back and he protested against war. And he was quite instrumental individually in getting the war to stop.
Yeah.
He was one of the few soldiers to sit in front of a congressional hearing about ending the war in Vietnam.
Yep.
And now here he is, one of the biggest fucking arms dealers on the planet.
Yeah, he goes around for the U.S. government and helps push arms. Literally goes and like negotiates arms deals.
United States
Whoa.
United States
Hardcore.
itself provides 30% of the world's weapons. 30%. That's a fucking chunk.
No kidding. Well, and you know, Kerry also, not only did he come back and fight against the war, but he was also instrumental in some drug war stuff in terms of the CIA.
Oh, yeah, he was investigating the Iran-Contra affair.
That's right. Yeah, the drug dealing they were doing, Ollie North and those boys.
Yeah, he was always on the other side of George Bush and the family. Right, so, but he's right up there with them now.
To me, it seems like one of these things where, you know, you have, they're all part of the same team. Kerry was a Skull and Bones member and is a deep brother of Bush, considers him and Bush brothers.
Yeah.
And so, you know, to me, it's like 1984, where you control the range of debate by having your one guy on one side and the other guy on the other side. So they got their boys on the conservative side, the Bush and those guys. They got Kerry on the other side. He's their liberal guy. Yeah. He's against war and all this other stuff. Because that's, you know, that's how they get the Democrats and the people who are against war to actually be on the same team without even knowing.
That's exactly how they do it. Yeah, exactly. They're all in on it together. It's not like Syria isn't in on it, because Syria gets to blow up all their weapons too and replace them. Cha-ching. So does Iran. So does Iraq. So does everybody. Weapons, good guys, bad guys, you can't tell. But at any rate, I thought Russell Brand raised an interesting point about how that guy who shot all the RCMP officers out in Moncton, there was no talk about him being a terrorist.
Yeah.
He was just, and then the difference is that he's a white guy. He's a white guy with no Muslim connections.
Right.
Right.
Without a Muslim-sounding name.
They didn't care. They don't care about that. Oh, he's a white guy.
Yeah.
It's like Stephen McVeigh or whatever his name was blew up the building in wherever. Yeah. And went, oh, well, he's a white guy.
Yeah. Right? Oh, so it's not really terrorist.
It's not a terrorist. He's white
No,
guy.
it's totally racist. You know, it's been like this for a long time. And actually, when today, I think Thomas Mulcair, the leader of the NDP, came out and said that he doesn't believe this was terrorism and that we shouldn't be calling it terrorism at all. This guy was a criminal, but not a terrorist.
He's going to get fried for that, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're already running him, raking him over the coals. And you know what? Justin Trudeau came out and attacked him for that, too. So
Justin came out and said, yes, it was a terrorist
Yes, it was terrorist. So you know what, Justin? Ugh.
Yeah.
That annoys me to no end. I don't think it's terrorism. It's ridiculous.
Whatever comes out of their mouths is in their best interest. It doesn't matter. There's no point really in watching the news or reading the news because they're just fucking lying to you anyway. It's better that you don't know what they said, quite probably, rather than trying to go along with what they are saying. It's just confusing and dangerous because they're trying to manipulate me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So they say they can't really figure out how much money is spent on weapons because the deals are very shady. But they're talking $120 billion a year.
Oh, yeah, must be.
Right. That's what's recorded, is about $120 billion a year. This is fucking huge money. And if you can't do it, like, I really don't see why the world doesn't get that. They never talk about the financial aspect of the war, ever. This is just
and
government
how ridiculous
collusion.
It is to spend so much money on something that isn't going to fix anything anyways. Like, I think of it, it's crazy to me. We know that it's obviously about making billions of dollars for large corporations when they do this stuff, because it seems crazy. What's the best, if you were a businessman, what would be the best business to get into? It would be a business where whatever you sell needs to be replaced right away because you blow the shit out of it.
Yeah.
You just blow up your product and then, you need more of them. And plus, you blow up a whole bunch of stuff, like buildings and stuff, and then you can send your corporate buddies in to repair all the buildings or build new buildings. You know, and that's disaster capitalism.
It's pretty sad, like, and very scary as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So I try not to pay too much attention to it, but do go check out Russell Brand. Funny and very telling. Now,
yeah, he's hilarious.
What else is going on? Here in Canada, today's theme of the show is that we are now 3 to 400. The peanut gallery is loud today, eh?
They are very, very, very loud. Just kidding.
should have closed the curtain.
I said it at the beginning of the show. I said, let's close the curtains.
Now, here in Canada, last week we talked about the fact that some Health Canada came out with the results of a study that they paid for and set up, and all their suggestions were typical prohibition nonsense. One of their suggestions was that the government start a campaign about the dangers of marijuana. So they have, and they are claiming, and I don't know about the math here, how they figure this shit out, but they say in their ad that marijuana is 300 to 400% stronger. 300 to 400% stronger than it was 20 years ago. Now, 20 years ago was what, 1994? There's some pretty strong weed around then, like really. It's not like we're talking the 70s. But who knows how to do math? Like, really, 300%?
400%.
What is that? How many times is that?
Well, that'd be 3 times. So 300% or 400% would be 3 times as much, right? So they're saying that, yeah, the THC rates are 4 times as high. Is that what they mean? Or I don't know what it is they mean exactly.
Pretty
but
big.
They sure like the number.
Pretty
Instead
big
of saying
number.
4 times, they say 400%. It sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot, eh?
Yeah.
It was the most
And-
stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So that's what I kind of figured they were up to, that they couldn't be challenged on that because they've just done it a different way. It could be like 400,000 millipercentages.
Yeah.
Ooh, right.
Yes, exactly.
But here's one thing that they do include in their ad. They do include the idea that a young person's IQ will lower if they smoke marijuana. Now that study has been completely debunked. Completely debunked. Yet, of course, Health Canada is going to keep saying it. They don't care if it's been debunked. They haven't looked at any of the studies. See, that's the problem with fucking marijuana. I'm tired of it. They won't let you study it, and then they say there's not enough studies. They won't let you study it, and they say there's not enough studies. You go, come on, you fucking idiots. Who cares anyway? Just shut the fuck up and leave us alone. I don't care about your stupid studies. The
We've
studies,
done our own studies for smoking all these years, okay? You see the outcome of us. Like, come on.
well, why don't you do some studies about how alcohol is killing our teenagers,
Again with the fucking teenagers.
right? If you're worried about teenagers, stop fucking letting them advertise booze.
No doubt.
Stop letting them support sporting events where your kids go.
Can you light it for me, though?
But no, nobody even advances that notion. They would rather spend $68 million a day. All right, here's a funny thing, too. In Washington, D.C., they're up to their ears in should we legalize, shouldn't we legalize, and they've got
That was weed, right? Not hash? Ugh.
they've got millions of dollars being poured into their campaigns for and against. Now, the against side in Washington, D.C. erected some billboards, and this one says, "Dear parents, do you want your kids to make this mistake? Actual marijuana edibles targeting kids." They spelled edibles wrong. They had a typo on their big sign. Right after the question, it says, "Do you want your kids to make this mistake?" To spell edibles wrong? Even stoners know how to spell edibles. We all know how to spell edibles. So that's what we're up against. Here's another company. Every month or so, a company comes along who wants to be the one that brands marijuana. Okay? Branding marijuana. How one company wants to refine a multi-billion-dollar industry. So remember this name so you can forget it when you never hear of it again. California-based Aquarius Cannabis. Aquarius Cannabis. Mark my words, they will not rebrand marijuana. They will not become the McDonald's of marijuana or the Starbucks of marijuana or the Microsoft of marijuana. Even those people from Microsoft, Starbucks, and fucking Honda have already tried, and they can't do it. So, Aquarius Cannabis, a company which launched on October 15th. They launched a week ago.
Oh, Jesus.
And they've made an announcement that they're going to rebrand. A company wants to establish the first truly national consumer-facing marijuana brand. Marijuana is a fucking brand already. What else is there? Marijuana. You can call it cannabis if you want. You can spell it with an H. But that's the name. It's called marijuana.
No,
he's probably thinking though how to like McDonald's rebranded the burger.
Yes.
It's called the McSomething. McChicken. It's not really chicken. We never said it was chicken. It's McChicken. Come on.
Yeah. McChronic.
Which is like fake chicken.
McCronald's.
So that was interesting. Now, here was a heartfelt editorial from the U.S. Forest Service in, I believe it was out of Oregon. Yeah, it was out of Oregon. Mr. Ranger Sir was crying for the decriminalization of marijuana to protect the national forests. All right, they're crying now that marijuana is the biggest scourge to the forest system that there is now.
Oh, Jesus.
Has the biggest impact on the environment in the national forests.
Oh, my God, what a joke.
Well, it's true. If you don't consider all of the crap that they've done to it already. Right? This is one thing I noticed in a story about how there was some salmon fucking hatchery, natural salmon thing that was endangered by marijuana grow ops. But that's just after they ruled out that the salmon were already in danger by chemicals, cutting down the forest, the encroach of urban life. Right? These are the reasons why anything is in jeopardy, not fucking marijuana. The little tiny bit that a bunch of guys are going to do in secret in the middle of a fucking forest? Come on.
I know, it's just completely preposterous.
But, on the other hand, here's Mr. Ranger Sir saying, hey, we got to legalize marijuana to protect the forest. So, if that's not going to do it, nothing will.
Yeah, there you go.
Yogi Bear, they're going to have him up there. Come on, legalize it. Hey, boo-boo.
They should. Ranger Smith and everything.
Give me a light boo-boo.
Yeah, Yogi and boo-boo.
Oh, Yogi.
That's why he wants all those picnic baskets. Fucking high the whole time.
Now, here's news. BC doctors want clarity on prescribing medical marijuana.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Why don't you doctors fuck off? Right? We don't need doctors. We've never needed doctors in this mix whatsoever. The whole medical marijuana program as it's existed in Canada has never needed a doctor. Other than to sign the form. That's all they needed it for, was a formality. Pay the guy his fucking 10, 15 bucks, whatever. Pays. Right? Mm-hmm. They don't do anything. They don't need clarity. They need out of it. Let them get them out of it. They have no place in marijuana whatsoever. None.
I like the dispensary system that sprung up in Vancouver. It's a better idea. If you have a note from a doctor that says you have a particular ailment, you should be able to bring that into a place and get marijuana for it. If it's on the list and marijuana will help, then that's the way they do it. And the doctor isn't involved. The doctor doesn't even need to know what it's for.
No.
The doctor just says, yes, your back is bad.
We should be lobbying harder.
Exactly.
What did you say?
That's
how I got mine. The doctor wrote that I have symptoms of early onset arthritis, and I just brought it to the dispensary I work at, and they gave me a card because arthritis is a lifelong disease. Like, I'll live with that. I'll have that forever. So
yeah,
and it falls under the list of ailments.
And once you have a dispensary card for one of them, a lot of the other ones will honor that.
Well, without a doctor really involved other than maybe a signature somewhere sometime, right? So the medical profession has no place in this. We don't need them. There's nothing that they can actually do. When a patient goes to the doctor and says, hey, doc, I got this condition, and the only thing that relieves it is marijuana, he goes, okay. That's all he knows. I went to a fucking doctor once and told him the only thing that relieved my migraine headaches was Firanol, and he threw me up against the fucking wall. No shit. Emergency Toronto. Are you in here to buy drugs to sell on the street?
Unbelievable.
That was for a prescription drug that I didn't know existed until they gave it to me. I didn't come in there requesting that necessarily. He had asked me whatever I'd been prescribed with before. And that's when he went berserk. You go, wow, dude. Wow. So, he was actually a smaller man than me, and he ended up against the wall. I explained to him that you examined me. You saw that I was full-blown symptoms here, for fuck's sakes. And if I could buy the drugs on the street, that's where I'd be, not in here. Why would I bother? Yeah. So he filled out a prescription with a shaking hand and fucking stuttery voice, giving me 3 times more than I'd ever been prescribed before. And I said, well, see, here you go now. I said, now I got 20 extra ones to sell on the fucking street.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah. I guess maybe he felt bad. Maybe he was having a bad day.
Oh, yeah,
Throw
doctors.
patients up against the wall.
Yeah,
Good
clearly
Lord.
he was having a bad fucking day.
I really believe that the cannabis culture should begin to lobby to get doctors out of the mix completely. Let them off the hook. Say, no, we don't need you. Let the government know, no, we don't need the doctors for your program ahead of time, because they're not playing a role in it now. They don't know anything about it. All they want is clarity. No one has clarity. So get them the fuck out of it. All we need is dispensaries and places to buy weed. That's it, that's all. Let me buy weed. I'll figure it out myself.
Take your slip in, and there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Why do the doctors even fashion into this at all? I mean, it's better than the police, though, I guess. But geez, like, you know, so far we've had the police making all the decisions for us. Now the doctors are kind of getting involved, but it's not really up to them either. I just don't understand. We're just passing it off onto another set of authority figures.
Well, they're all still trying to figure out how they can make the most money off this. How the most people can make the most money. How can we get more people involved in this to make more? Because the government is now spending countless billions of dollars on prohibition that they don't know what to do with if prohibition ends.
Not to mention the $7 billion wasted in eradicating opium.
Yeah.
And now we've jumped
Oh, yeah.
the crop side.
Oh, yeah. Through the whole war, it's gone up and up and up.
Right, and that's
That was Marc. That was the voice of Marc Emery.
that was. I hear that in my ear all the time.
If you didn't
Voice of
recognize
Marc
it
Emery.
already.
The Dab Gallery, yeah. Nobody's off.
It is the Dab Gallery over
Nobody's
here.
offered us a dab over here.
I know.
Like the stars of the show. We don't get a dab.
The stars of the show.
Now, here's another story.
I just want to show a piece I sold here, Greg.
Oh,
Beautiful that is.
Corey Cottonham. Now that's crushed opal in there with
Beautiful.
beautiful little jewels and what
we
you
might
can do.
bring that closer
So
to that
maybe we should
camera.
torch some up right now. Okay, we interrupt this program to bring you
To
a spontaneous dab.
300 to 400%
The chat
stronger.
saying hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Here, Greg.
So off to the
Love
hockey
you
game last night.
Yes. And I've decided I'm no longer interested in attending hockey games.
That was no fun.
Absolutely too dull.
Too dull.
We need
And
something
you
to
can't
dab
smoke
first
any
before we
weed
heat it
anywhere.
up.
Hours
Oh,
of
there
my
we
life I
go.
can't get back, and it costs a lot of money. And food
You
is
got a dab right
outrageously
there, girl.
expensive.
Food and drinks are outrageously expensive.
Okay, so maybe I should just
It's
my
like
first.
$8 a
Maybe
beer or
you can
something.
turn this on.
We need a stick.
know.
How does it work?
Thingamabob.
Hockey game.
How does this work?
Jade, help. Help us.
Okay,
Okay, this thing really is.
I know Mel would know this.
Our dabbing expert.
Swede says, Mark, I love you.
Good. Okay, there we
Yes,
go.
you're getting
Everybody
a lot of
saying
love
hi
in
to
the chat,
Mark.
Mark.
Yes.
So here we go.
This is a finicky.
Let me make sure my fly is done. Yes, okay, now that I'm on TV. Okay, and you're going to apply the dab, are you?
Yes.
Okay, now I've got a cold, so normally I don't smoke pot, so I haven't smoked anything for the last 24 to 36 hours.
Oh,
And
really?
we must make sure we disinfect the top after I touch it.
So,
Yeah, you
so
sound a bit
you
stuffy,
brought this
Marc.
piece
Oh,
over.
totally stuffy.
Yeah.
And normally pot smoked with bud or hash is going to exacerbate, and the hot air is going to make me cough.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we can, this dab is kind of like an efficient way
Little
for me to
smooth.
get high
Yeah, it's a
without
little
getting
on the
too...
smooth
And it's
side.
a much easier way to cough.
Remove the plant material. Not as much to hack down.
That was wonderful. There's still a lot in there.
Thank
Normally I'd
Okay,
say
on the dab.
Kush Queen should have it, but yes.
That's
Oh, here
okay.
we are. Okay, so we're good. There we go.
Well, there, then now I won't get sick.
No, in fact, I think I'll do it. That was so smooth and so yummy.
And what is this one called?
That's King Bubba, and here's some strawberry cloth. You want to open
Wow, let's try that.
That.
Jade hooking us up.
Yeah.
I like the strawberry
As the
part.
Stoners hijacked the show.
That should
And,
be.
Oh,
Hijacker from
my
the stoners.
pleasure.
it is. It's like a, it's
I
like
was
a very
running
difficult early ray gun or
Scared of
something.
it.
Oh, you have to do that.
like-
It's
it? So this
a safety
one,
lock.
and then, and then you just give it a little tiny push.
So normally I would say nobody should ever handle these things, but now I see them all over the place. So to refresh, I think you moved that latch down, did you?
Yeah.
And now I go, oh, look at that.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
so
it's
easy.
on.
Okay.
Oh, but we need a
Level?
dab.
Okay, like that? Okay, so there's the first lesson.
Is this
Try
the
and
one
keep
you
it
wanted to
level.
try?
So you
Definitely keep
kids
all
at home.
limbs out of the way. I think that's good advice.
That's
And
advisable.
seems obvious, I know, but
Do you want this one, Greg?
uh-oh.
This
The
one's for
blowback
you.
from that.
You sold this very piece to
I did, yes. To Jade, yes. Okay,
I don't
now
know
it's
if I
red
can
hot.
see it 'cause of
So
this thing. There we go. Who's taking this one? You are?
Yes,
no,
you guys
you
go.
are.
no,
Go quick,
alcohol
hit it.
first.
Go, go.
Alcohol. Okay. Risk takers. When you all get Ebola, don't look at me.
Don't even say that.
Now they can say we're laughing at Ebola. So that can be
Yes,
used against them.
we laugh at all things that people hold sacred.
I would
Well,
never.
I will exit now.
Besides, my
Here,
costume's
I'll
way
leave this
hotter.
here.
Thank you.
I know Kush Queen
Thank
knows
you.
how
Love
to do
you.
all this.
Yes, yes. Well, I don't know how to work this gun, but that's okay.
We'll
So
figure it
now
out.
we've hijacked your show. And
You can take,
No,
you can take it back if you guys
Anytime.
want to dab.
We've
I'm okay
learned
on the dab
stuff.
if you
Feel
want
free.
it. Take
we
it
learn
back.
new stuff.
And do you guys want one over there?
I would love to.
Okay.
What about you, Hemp Seed? Hemp Seed.
Okay, let's
As long
pass
as
it
there's
over
a
there.
swab, because I don't want to get sick.
no,
I'm not.
And I heard
Heating it
that
up right now.
I heard that we're
Who's
up on
dabbing?
the screens at
What are you
Vapor
doing?
Central right now. So
Keep my joint lit.
High Vapor Central.
No, I'm not.
You're not. You don't want to?
Everybody's saying High Vapor Central in the crowd.
Just talk amongst yourselves in the chat. I don't know how to do this. Just fucking heat it up. Get it red hot. Something like
Yeah,
that.
I guess.
So
Let it rip.
Double M, question from the chat here.
Oh no,
Pertinent
no
question
questions
from the chat. They say, so Double M, what's up with the seed shop? What's up with the seed sales?
Plan is to open that up November 10th, second floor, right here in the building. So yeah, looking forward to that. And anybody who can come on down and buy seeds.
Well, take my whole
And
hand.
anybody who can't, we'll figure that out somehow.
There's
So,
the
as I
strawberry
recall
one.
on last week's show, we were all going to put our heads together and figure out what valley Resin Girl was from.
Oh yeah. The only valley I know of that I've come up with is Fraser Valley. Am I right?
The Kettle Valley. There's the Kettle Valley, too.
Oh, okay, then that one.
Jared, last week on the show, we decided we were going to try to guess which valley Resin Girl is from.
Oh.
She said she's a valley girl.
Oh. And
Could be San Fernando.
I win. Oh my gosh, I was right.
Fraser Valley. Well,
See,
that means you
girl?
could come and
I
visit.
knew I liked you.
what valley was it? Sorry? Which
It
one?
was Fraser Valley.
Oh, the Fraser Valley. Ah, yes. Very nice. Very nice.
That's close enough to come and visit,
Right?
I'd say.
Come to one of the shows, girl.
No, I meant we'd go visit her.
Oh,
What's your address?
that's kind of weird.
Oh, we need the
Huh? Oh, we'll drive out. Come on.
Oh,
Let's go for a drive.
we need the ray gun.
You never take me for a drive
Oh.
anymore. She said sure. And then laughed out loud.
I wonder if she's serious then.
I didn't see an address.
Well, she probably doesn't want to put it in the chat.
All right. Well, that's fun. Maybe someday we'll see you. Oh, she has resolved to see us there.
Is she going to come here to the show? Maybe next week? That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Well, I'm glad Marc stopped in. Yeah, they were all off to the hockey game. He didn't catch a puck. He caught a cold.
Oh.
Didn't have his Canucks scarf on tight enough, I guess. Oh, no. Hockey games are no fun anymore. He and I used to go. And those are the days when you could still, between periods, people had a smoking area outside. They could go out and smoke. So we would always go out there and light up joints. And people loved it. They all loved it. No one ever once said to us. And this was crowded, too. You're fucking shoulder to shoulder out there. No one complained at all. Only people only ever said, hey, can I have a toke of that? So, but you can't do that anymore. Oh, God, you can't smoke. Can't smoke while you're drinking your whiskey and pounding beers at the hockey
get,
game.
Really wavy or just like they don't feel very good after they smoke weed. I can smoke weed and drink.
No, I don't know. I
Doesn't
complain.
mix with
I
everybody, though.
complain about alcohol a lot, and I really don't have that much against it. Like, to each their own. I just dislike the hypocrisy so much, right? Like, it's just not right.
Yeah.
Now, Doob says Greg.
Pass it to me, Greg.
What do you have to smoke? Oh, today I'm smoking Sweet Tooth. All day long.
All day, every day.
Yeah, it's
Jeez, that was a good
Speaking of
dab.
all day, every
A
day. Should
fair
I show
nice-
them that screenshot that I found of you
Oh, yes.
on Snoop Dogg's video?
Kush Queen carries around a picture of me in her wallet of
That's
wallet
my
of.
favorite photo.
Yeah, I didn't even remember about that. Closer, you gotta go closer, closer.
Oh, for
No.
fuck's sake.
There you go. Beautiful. It says, hey, hey, smoke weed every day. And that, oddly enough, came from a Snoop Dogg thing.
Yes, it was on Snoop Dogg's video. He was giving the Mr. What was it, Greg?
Some
Good
Greg Award.
Guide Award. Good
Good guy, Greg.
Good guy Greg Award to Marc Emery.
Yes.
Which-
And then this picture of Greg was in there, and it was like, hey, 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 smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
And I just fucking laughed my ass off. I thought it was hilarious.
I think that may have been Chris's handiwork in one of those videos, actually.
Oh,
Right,
really?
that's
Added
how
it
that
in
went.
there?
Yeah, I think so. I
It
remember
wasn't
that.
just in Snoop Dogg's video?
I'm not sure which.
That's how that
I'm
happened,
watching
There's a
actually.
couple
right
different
now.
versions. There's a couple different
Oh,
versions.
man.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't, that I had no memory of that.
Yeah.
Because I know I'd seen that Snoop video.
Oh, but then
And
you didn't
then
remember seeing yourself in
I
it.
didn't remember seeing myself in it.
Yeah.
And then I do remember
That's
now
that
you telling me
scoundrel
that
Chris Goodwin.
Chris Goodwin did that.
Well, thank you. It gave me a good laugh.
And they used that photo last year on the Halloween poster. I was a ghost.
That's funny.
Speaking of Halloween, it's in 2 days.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We're having a huge bash here. Monster Mash Bash.
The monster.
We're closing down the entire building and locking the doors, unplugging the phones. There's going to be a bucket to put cell phones in as you walk in the door, that no one will have a phone. It's going to be fucking dark. There's no many lights on. It's going to be frightening.
Oh.
Absolutely frightening. The most frightening...
I've had mine right
Yeah,
here.
see? That was the most frightening thing already, was to hear that you weren't going to have your phone with you.
Yeah,
Right?
that would scare the
And
shit out of
Instagram
everybody.
And Snapchat, like, oh my god.
I'm gonna put up that notice.
Yeah.
No
Please
cell
don't.
phones past this
Please don't.
point.
That'd be hilarious.
So
Oh
sad.
yeah.
It's terrifying, isn't
No
it?
selfies
Yeah.
I
allowed.
get separation
No,
anxiety.
dun dun dun.
It's like
So-
my connection to everything, to be honest.
My mini computer. Don't take my implant away.
Yeah, the
Same with
government.
coffee, right? Just like get it in there. Let's go.
Oh,
No
the your drugs of choice.
No selfies allowed.
You're gonna take a selfie with me this afternoon. You best fucking believe that.
I can't take a selfie, but you can,
Yes.
and we will.
Yes, we will.
So yeah, we're all getting geared up for that. Should be fun. All of our friends will be here. We got Jody loves to throw parties, and we'll pull it all together. There's a lot of webbery around already,
Yes.
so
It already looks spooky.
very spooky.
Yep. Looks good in here.
Yeah. Upstairs
So-
looks really
Staff
cool too.
did a really good job of stringing the place up.
Yeah.
Now
I
they're
like how all the pictures are slanted now.
no, they aren't.
Yeah.
No, they aren't.
Well,
are you
not on
talking
that
about?
side,
Behind
but
you.
you're right. Okay, now they look straight.
No,
Love the robo.
nothing wrong with those.
Robopop.
That will drive some people absolutely fucking
Already
nuts.
driving me
Eh?
nuts.
Over the next few days, that'll drive them crazy. What an odd thing, eh?
Yeah.
And it seems odd to me, too, that the framing world has not figured out that they could actually make a frame that's crooked to begin with.
Ah, $1 million idea.
Like,
Jeez.
really?
I think you should go into business there, Double M.
I think that's a good...
Double
Well,
M.
okay,
Marijuana Man's
don't tell
framing
anyone
company.
about it.
Oh, yeah. Don't, yeah, exactly.
It's
Double
a
M frames.
secret. Now, there was a very interesting article, and I won't go into it in great detail, and I really don't... I wish I'd remember to find out who actually wrote it. But it was called Rethinking Marijuana's Regulation. It was on Google search for marijuana news, if you want to go look it up. This individual kind of understands now. He's made a point here of going, hey, wait a second. What you people are doing really is just finding a way to continue prohibition. You're not trying to figure out a way to legalize marijuana in our society. You just want to continue prohibition,
Yep.
right? And that's what they're doing. Marijuana is not legal. It's over-regulated. Over-regulated. Not many things are over-regulated because most industries get the courtesy of not being over-regulated because you'd like the industry to survive and to work, right?
Yeah. And I think that this is going to start happening more. Right now, I think there's a lot of activists who feel like it's just all or nothing. Just get the word legalization in there and we're going to be okay. But really, when it comes down to it, overregulation is exactly as you say. It is prohibition. So how is it really different? You know, we have to really be careful, I think, that we don't allow for this super, super hardcore regulation because they could just spin it around and tighten the screws and eventually turn it into what we have here with the LPs in Canada, some horrific monster Frankenstein of an idiot system that's like, you know, the worst thing possible for the patients.
Well, here's a very interesting sentence from that I want. Marijuana's regulation as a legal commodity should not be used as a tool to accomplish the objectives of its prior prohibition. Right? Marijuana regulation should not be used as a tool to fucking accomplish its prior prohibition. Fuck off. You could not do it with the hundreds of billions of dollars you've been given. You did not accomplish your objective then to keep it out of the hands of kids, to stop people from using it, blah, 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 blah. You didn't accomplish any of that. So fuck off with trying to say you're going to do that now with legalization. It's nonsense, absolute nonsense. And I think David Malmo Levine would be the second person to agree with that.
Sorry, my ears are burning. Someone talking about me?
You're back.
I woke up the
DML
bear.
just stepped into the room.
What,
It's almost like,
what'd you say?
Woke up.
yeah,
What'd
he
you
just
say,
rolled
Bobby?
out of bed.
Here, let
He
me
can
get
hear
you
when
on
we're talking
camera.
about a model,
Still
an
not in the
inclusive
shot.
model,
Oh, it
David.
was not.
An inclusive
Oh,
model.
inclusive model, yeah.
Inclusive model.
The no puffer left behind.
No puffer left behind. You want to come around and
Sure.
talk to the
Talk to the mic.
Yeah, and talk to the mic and the
Hi, how you
Hi,
doing?
I'm
Hugs
good,
and
how are
drugs.
you?
So, what's going on with David these days? Give us some sort of update, brother.
Okay, so the last chance for the public to see the Herb Museum ends on Halloween. Woo!
Very scary.
And as of November 1st, we're closed for inventory before shipping the museum lock, stock, and barrel to Detroit, Michigan, the Motor City,
That is crazy.
where it will reopen up 10 times its own size in the old Park Davis Pharmaceutical headquarters and become the coolest herb museum in America.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
I'm going to
That's,
take my earnings from the sale of said museum and open up the most wonderful medical marijuana dispensary on earth, which will be very inclusive in who it sells to. Anybody with a doctor's note, sick or healthy. And we're going to teach doctors about the preventive uses of cannabis, preventive medicine uses of cannabis, from our website, which is already up and running at stressedanddepressed.ca, where you, at this very moment in time, can download a booklet on cannabis as a relaxant or antidepressant, take it to your doctor, and insist that they give you a doctor's note for stress or depression, and argue that cannabis keeps you healthy if you happen to be healthy. So we're going to get everybody on planet Earth a doctor's note for cannabis until we no longer need them anymore to protect us from police brutality and the anti-flower crowd.
So-
Also, I'm very excited to announce that Jeremiah Vandermeer is this close to completing the editing of my latest article for
closer
Cannabis
than
Culture, even closer than before. And this will
Than our conversation yesterday.
this will dispel the myths surrounding cannabis and the developing minds of the young, and debunk the Reefer Madness 2.0 that cannabis actually causes a lowering of the IQ and an increased amount of schizophrenia in cannabis users, especially the young ones.
The youth.
It'll also look at a history of the use of parental hysteria in scapegoating. Oh, what fun you will have reading it. It will be on the home front page cover of Cannabis Culture online in, what, you say a week?
Within
A week?
days,
Within
within
days? Within less than a week. Within just a matter of hours, really. A matter of 24 to 48 hours, you can read it.
Wow.
36 hours, maybe 72 hours, but no more than that. 80 hours, 90 tops. Okay, no
90
more than
tops,
100 hours, but then you don't have to wait
And
much
it's very
longer.
good, David.
It's really the best thing I ever wrote. It's going to blow everybody's minds all over the world. I'm going to blow everybody at once, their minds anyway.
Well, that was, thanks for the
All
update.
right.
There's the update, the Mamma Labine
So-
update.
But
Now you're all
now
on
do
the
you
same page.
do you mind answering my question?
What's your question?
Yeah, there precisely. No, you did.
You had another question?
I
thought you
said
just
what-
wanted to know what was,
I said what's
what was
new.
happening.
No, you had me at booklet.
Booklet, yeah.
I think.
Yeah, download the booklets. They're really, really, really good. We only use sources that doctors read, so they're going to be impressed. You're going to impress the pants off your doctor.
And I like my scapegoat with a little curry. So yeah, thanks
That's
for
a bad
stopping by.
pun.
I see what you did there.
Nice work.
The
David
the
Malone.
jokes he's told me to. Oh my
Don't
God.
hold that against me.
Adios.
See you later. All right, well, that's all I got. I don't know if you want to make me give you more, but I can't. I'm not sure that I can. There's more stuff. I got pages of shit. Huh?
We're boring today.
Jeez.
High on demand over here.
I'd say that was
App gallery.
I'd say that was actually a pretty good stack. That was.
Oh,
We went over a
I
lot
had
of
an
material
amazing
today.
I think we
did have
covered a
some
lot of
problems
stuff.
at the beginning of the show, but
Very delicious. Mm.
There's no point going live till 4:20 anyway, as far as I can tell. Like,
well,
really.
yeah, exactly.
We might as well
Nobody's
just do it
paying
at
attention
4:20.
anyway, till 4:20. Gotta
Morty.
get their meds first.
All right. Well. Okay. Well. Thanks a lot to all you people in the chat. There's a lot of people in the chat today.
Doesn't it tell you the numbers?
No. It's a secret. You can go in there and figure it out. Green Supreme will know. Green Supreme, how many people are in the chat today?
Yeah, there's a lot of chatters. Chatting.
Booth 9666 says, great show, Greg. Really? You thought so?
Ursa says there's 36
That's awesome.
people in the chat.
Ursa, how do you know that?
Dun, dun, dun.
Huh.
Chatter. Oh. Good show today, actually.
Swede says you could have
I like
done
your hat.
you could have done better.
It's really cute.
You could have
Huh,
done better.
nice.
Who says we could have done better?
Swedes.
Just kidding. Sweet.
Swedes. I think that might have been earlier known as Swed. Sweds,
Swede
wasn't
now?
it? Yeah, it's Swedes now.
Sweets?
Yeah.
No, it's a different place.
His brother joined him.
His brother.
Swed, and now there's Swedes. Nice. Christopher David LeBlanc. Very formal.
I see your nails.
What a
actually.
formal
They're just
name.
regular gray. They're nothing special. Till tomorrow.
Yeah, saving it all for Friday.
Halloween. I'm so excited.
MzKush Queen won't tell us what she's going to be for Halloween, but
surprise.
it's a surprise.
Well, half my other friends already know, but
Oh.
I decided
It's just a
halfway
surprise
through
for
that it's
us.
going to be a surprise.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Don't spoil it.
I'm
Yeah.
just cool like that, okay?
Costumes always come as a
I
surprise
like
to
it
me.
better with a little mystery.
Right?
Yeah.
I come in and just be like, wow.
It's a wonderful season.
Tis the season to be
one is?
scary.
All right.
Or
well,
slutty, whichever one you prefer.
Oh, slutty scary.
I like
Yeah.
those ones.
Yeah. Mel,
Hola.
what are you going for as Halloween? For Halloween.
let's get out of here.
Going for Halloween.
Yeah, let's go. We got shit to do.
Yeah, we got
We got
stuff.
better things
We
to
got things to
do.
do. Yeah. Maybe not better. Not much could be better than sitting around a table smoking joints and mouthing off about shit.
That's true.
Hey? With very few people going, hey, why don't you shut up? Even if they do, they're in the chat. You don't have to look at that anyway.
There's a couple of them, but yeah.
So I appreciate the opportunity.
No kidding.
And yeah, we
Love
do
doing the show.
appreciate the people coming in the chat and playing along with everybody.
Chatting
and
with us, hanging with us.
hope maybe you learned something. And if you didn't,
Smoking with
maybe so what? No guarantees.
Gracias.
Have yourselves safe Halloween. Thanks to Mel and Jer for being here. Kind of quiet. Look at how quiet they are right
Yeah.
now.
What's up, guys?
Mel, you just got off work, didn't you?
Take a hoot.
I got a bong rip here. You don't
No?
want this?
No.
No? Okay.
It's too harsh for my throat.
I know it killed my throat. It's gross. And then like hash.
One big hoot
In
for the
bongs,
road,
I can't
eh?
do weed.
Nice. So thanks to the Peanut Gallery for being here.
Ah, that's right.
Pete and Marc and Jade in Vancouver and Carly's over there now and Doc Chronic was here, stayed the whole time.
The whole time.
So did somebody else do some dabs?
And
Did we turn into a smoke fest?
thanks to the Queen
Yes, thanks
for
for having me.
gracing us with her
love being
presence
here.
once again.
Yes.
I believe your carriage and team of horses is. I can hear the clip clop of their hooves now. She'll be
No.
whisked off to her castle and won't return until Friday night with
That's right,
some
with my surprise
spectacular,
costume.
spectacular entrance, and apparently
nothing special.
many
You
selfies.
can come on my Halloween show on Friday. Show it off.
I can't.
We
I'm
might-
working.
We could. What's that?
I'm working until
we could.
6 or 8.
We could have some camera
then I'm gonna
going
come
somewhere
here
where
right away.
people can pass. in
No,
front
you
of
won't make it.
Sorry.
But we will have a Friday show.
You can
All
just
right.
like give me a shout out though and say, love you.
Yes, exactly. We will.
'Cause I'll
You
watch
can
from
send
my
us
work.
a picture and we can show it on the show.
Yeah, there you go.
So they're still circulating the stupid story about being warned about getting marijuana-infused candies in the kids' Halloween shit.
But I know, like, fuck the fucking kids. I'm so sick of hearing about it. Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So none of this has ever happened before, and even if it did, the kid is fucking even better off than getting the Hershey's shit that he's going to get that you say is okay to eat. Come on.
Wow.
And after they're all whipped up on
When I think about
Halloween
the
candy,
that the kids eat is fucking gross.
well, after they're all whipped up on sugar, give them a couple of these infused ones, put them to bed. Good night, kids. See you in the morning.
Well, it'll last for days, too. It's not just one night. They get a freaking pillowcase full of candy and it lasts like a couple weeks. Like, hyped on sugar every night.
Yeah. That's good
That's
stuff.
just us. Don't get us started on this shit. We gotta go.
Don't get me started on the children. That's it.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
bye.
See y'all next week. I'm Marijuana Man. Peace and pot.